So I wasn't going to post this because, I don't know, it's kind of cliche. I kind of feel a little bit embarrassed. But I've realised, like, over the past few days of me sharing a few more intimate details about myself and my struggles that a lot of you really relate and you look up to it. So I can't be this girl on here that's like, bitch, I'm like so over my breakup, buzz offs, like I'm like the baddest bitch, like fuck that guy. Because it's like giving you a false reality that heartache doesn't exist and that you should just try to cover it up with false emotions. So you really need to actually listen to what your body's saying to you. Like, I spent a lot of time on my own since the breakup. A lot of time on my own to listen to songs and to whatever it is that's been brought out. And I literally had like a panic attack just then posting those first few slides because I just like feel really I feel really silly talking about this, but I know that I have a platform and I know now that a lot of you guys relate to what I say. So I feel like as a woman, I need to just let you know that everyone's trauma is going to be different. Your healing time is going to be different. You need to have a good support system around you. You need to have good friends. You need to be able to talk about it. And just let your body feel like the hurt, or like let it feel the emotion. Don't go out with your friends and try to cover it up with alcohol and like, you know, like silly little gossip conversations, because I've done that in the past. And like, yeah, cool, it works and it fixes it for like a little bit, but when I go home at night, I'm so upset. So I spend a lot of time on my own, and I found that it has been something that's really, really helped. Been racking my brain this morning thinking, how can I help answer all the questions you guys are sending me, because I'm getting like literally so many breakup advice, relationship advice, like even workplace advice, you know, with other staff members, like how do I deal with this sort of a situation. So I'm going to pop a Q&A up, ask your question, and I will try and answer it the best that I can. Like I'm not like qualified for this. But I feel like I've been through a billion bad breakups as well. And I might be able to give you maybe a little bit of a boost or some sort of, you know, other mindset on how to process it. I feel like I want to answer this one first because, no, babe, not at all. I don't know about you girls, but I have like about 5,000 different other Instagrams that I stalk my partner's ex-girlfriends on, because like, totally just made myself sound psycho. But nah, I think it's totally normal. I do it like as if, okay, no girl is gonna sit there, right, and say that they don't do it, okay? So it's totally normal, I would think. I don't feel like I can really answer that one for you, because it's all like depending on how you broke up. Did you get closure? Do you still love this guy? Because like there's some exes that I'm not in love with anymore, but definitely I still have a look here and there if I stumble across their profile. A lot of my exes I've ended on good terms with, so I just want to see that like doing good, like what they're up to. We're just humans, we're curious. But yeah, babe, if it's not helping you, or if the relationship's not going to work ever again, I want to say, you know, like delete him, block him, all the things that we should rationally just do immediately anyway, but you don't. So it's just, yeah, it's all about their time. You know what you're doing to yourself when you look at those posts. He sees you looking at his stories, you know, so it's all about just however long it takes for you to get over it. Like if you need to stalk for 2 years, sister, like go and stalk, because I've done it. I guess that sort of mindset changes as well when you sort of grow up a little bit more as well. I don't know how old you are, but I found like in the past I would sit on the computer for hours finding out everything, and now I just let it go and I feel so much lighter. You can just be a complete psycho and, you know, like kick and scream and whinge and bitch, or you can decide to focus on yourself, focus on your, you know, your future. It's bright, and Sometimes in life we just meet shit people, and these shit people, unfortunately, it hurts at the time, but it builds your character, and it means that you're being prepared for something bigger in the future where you'll need to use those skill sets. So just let it go. I let it go. Alright, the fact that you've even come on here, babe, and said that you are struggling to break up with him, to me, and I'm not saying this is what's happened, but to me, it feels that you feel intimidated and you feel scared of this person. So firstly, I want to say a big congrats to you for actually even being able to write that, because I know it probably would have been hard to ask the question. Second of all, I want you to know that you're not alone. You have so many people that can help in these situations. Your family, whether it's your friends, and if you don't write that, because I know it probably would have been hard to ask the question. Second of all, I want you to know that you're not alone. You have so many people that can help in these situations. Your family, whether it's your friends, and if you don't have those people around you to support you, which was break my heart if you didn't, there are people out there that can help. So I'm going to pop some numbers here on the screen, and yeah, actually send me an inbox, babe. Oh my god, I feel like this is just another one where I'm going to have to answer and say, time, bitch. Time. I was with a partner for 5, 6 years, and it took us 2 years, whole years, to actually be able to learn one another's love language and how to communicate with each other. I am so hard to figure out. So yeah, you need to just keep those communication lines. And don't throw insults at each other when you're mad. Remember that when the things you say when you're mad at one another, they stick to your partner, and vice versa, But yeah, it's so hard. Try to be really patient and remember all of the reasons why you're with that person, why you love that person, because I feel as humans, it's a lot easier to talk about the negative and the bad than the good. So think of the good when you're feeling in that place. I just want to quickly stop the questions there for 2 seconds and just remind you all that I am in no way qualified in relationship counseling. I've just had a whole bunch of shit relationships and some really beautiful, amazing, loving relationships. And I'm giving advice based purely off of my experiences and what I think, you can do to help with the situation. All right, so I'll continue with Dr. Jess. The fuck? Congratulations for being with someone for 11 years, because that is the ultimate goal, I think, longevity in a relationship. But yeah, I guess it would be kind of hard to keep things interesting in the bedroom. My family's going to watch this, so I need to be a little bit elusive to what I'm going to say, but just keep communication open, and just if you are feeling something that you might want to try, or tell him, or if he's wanting you to try something, don't shut him down or make him feel embarrassed. He shouldn't make you feel embarrassed either. And just, babe, toys. Get on the Viva page. Toys are so much fun. Yeah, sorry to any of my family members that are watching this and I'm sure feel very uncomfortable. But you need to just try different things. Just Google, babe, or actually inbox me and I can tell you a few things that I don't want to say over here. Babe, I do this all the time with every boyfriend. As you guys see, I'm so loved up, and I'm oh my god, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with this guy, and I settle, and then I'm whoa, wait, am I settling? Somebody who doesn't appreciate me as much as I appreciate them, or it takes a little while in relationships for bad traits to come out in one another, that you sort of go, wow, this is not the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. Happens a lot. So if you have to break up with a billion guys and meet a billion guys to find your one, do that, because you should never ever settle. You should never settle for anything that is less than what you deserve. I'm going to answer this in one short word. No. No matter what, no matter how much you say to each other, this is just what it is, you will always catch those feelings back, because at one point you love that person. So basically just allowing a negative cycle of emotions and feelings to come into your life, which you've gotten rid of because you've broken up, just to feel good for those few moments together. And it's just like not healthy. So you have to think about it, like if he is out one time with the boys and he chats up another chick, takes her home, like you guys are only friends with benefits, remember? You're not in a relationship. Is that going to hurt you? I don't. I have like a lot of panic attacks these days. My anxiety is like through the roof. But I guess I read a lot. I just sort of sit in my own head as well and think things through. Probably isn't very healthy to just sit here on my own and think all the time, because my head will go a billion different places. Like I won't think rationally. I won't go, okay, well this happened because of that. Like I'll go, maybe it was this, and a billion things will just pop up. Something that I still need to work on. But I find listening to myself, I guess, on my own is sometimes helpful, because if I'm out with my girlfriends, like I'm not thinking about why I'm upset. I'm out just having fun. So I definitely don't deal. I think I just adapt, and I just try to take every negative and turn it into a positive, which is like really hard some days, but you got to do it for your mental health, girl. I'm going to answer this because I've had a few of you guys allude that I am the problem. I probably am the problem. Like, I'm fucking hard work. I am so difficult to understand, and I am up and I am down. But I don't ever deserve to be treated. So that cut out. But I do not ever deserve to be made to feel insecure, or ever made to feel that I'm not good enough. Because I am good enough. And I am loving in my relationship. I give 110% effort the second I enter a relationship, as you guys would have seen on here. But I think, you know what I think it is? I think sometimes these men that I meet are genuinely intimidated by someone that is independent, somebody that has her own money, has her own voice, has her own like shit sorted. Like guys aren't really used to that, you know? So I feel that as a relationship goes on, I'm having to build this person up more and more and more. And it just ends up being their own insecurities, just eating them alive. Even though I can reassure and build as much as I can, like I think that's honestly the reason. Or it could just because I'm completely psychotic today. And I'm just like hard work. But I guess that's a question for some of my ex-boyfriends. You know, even I hated myself on the show. Watching it back, I'd be like, oh my God, what are you doing? Stop. Oh, yep, you've just said it, Jess, idiot. And I watched it back recently as well, little bits, and it just kind of makes me cringe. Sorts of comments are really, really nice. So thank you, because it's nice to know that I've grown up in the last 3 years and I'm not just still like completely horrible, nasty, manipulating bitch. I feel like this is me. Like I can either be super clingy and just like need all the attention in the world, or I'm just like, oh babe, just go away. And it's really depending on how I'm feeling in the relationship at that time. So if it definitely could be a big indicator to my partners, future partners, if you're watching this, that if I'm like not clingy and affectionate, it means I'm done. So I don't know, babe, like how are you feeling in the relationship? Are you happy? Have you always been like this with partners, or is it just him? Is he aware that you don't really like him being clingy and sensitive? Has he brought it up? Is it something you've argued about? Send me another question. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to have to share your second part of your question on here so everyone knows what I'm talking about. But babe, never, ever, ever let a man talk to you like that, because I'm telling you, that is not a man. That is like a disgusting slime ball that deserves like not an ounce of your time. You are way better than that girl. And even for men, like you should never use those sorts of words or names to each other. I'll share what the second part was so everyone understands. What the fuck? I don't want to get on here and tell anyone to break up, because this is not what this whole thing is supposed to be about. But if a guy speaks to you like that every single day, babe, he does not respect you and he does not deserve your time, and he'll get Or get rid of him. I always like to try and think in situations, if I had a daughter and she came, like, think about it like this, if you had a daughter and she came home to you and she told you that her boyfriend was saying these words to her, these names to her, what would you tell her? Like, I'm really, really sorry to hear that anyone's spoken to you like that, especially someone who's supposed to be your partner and love you. I don't think that's a very good situation for you to be in at all, babe, ever. My dad has the same question all the time for me. It's like, if you're tall, tanned, tattooed, look like you'll kind of ruin my life, I'm just like, 100% I'll date you, and then I'll be upset and crushed as to why you turned out to be horrible and a piece of shit. I think Dad's definitely hoping it's a phase I'll grow out of. I'm hoping it's a phase that I'll grow out of, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. But see, a lot of the time, I don't know they're like bad boys until the end, and I'm like, well, what were they doing? This is like a really big part of a relationship. Like, having a healthy sex life is so important, and you really need to maybe just, sit down with him, just try and see where his head's at, see what he's feeling, what's going on. One thing I want you to not do, though, is to think that it's you, that you're the problem. Don't doubt yourself, in image-wise. Don't doubt yourself in the relationship. Just ask, just be open and say, babe, what's the fucking go? Because, like, what's happening in the bed? Let me know how you go with that one, girl, because that's rough. That's what breeds insecurities in yourself. But, like, you're beautiful. You got it snatched, girl, so don't even worry. Just speak to him. I'm sure he's got a reason. Maybe he's feeling down. Just have a talk. And if his reason's shit, get yourself a really good toy and show him no affection. Actually, try to pull back the affection away from him and see how he reacts. So that's mind games. Don't listen to that part of what I just said. Odd question, because I've looked at some of my exes and gone, what was I fucking thinking? Like, did I like have a little bit of blindness here, or yuck? But, and I remember that when I was with that person, I loved them, so I guess I didn't really see. I've never not been attracted to a partner and in love with them. So I don't know. I can't answer that for you, girl. That's a very situation to be in, and I wish that I could help you, but I've never been in that situation before, so let me have a think. Let me ask some friends. I'll ask some friends for you. I'll figure this out. I've got you, I think.